Okay, thanks, Gary. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. This is Sunday. I'm here, at least in my time. It's April 24th. It's 11 a.m. in Houston. Welcome if you're watching now online or on YouTube, and welcome in the future if you're watching, joining in later. This is our 11 o'clock hour at Dawn Mountain online. We meet every Sunday at this time to practice together. And there's some rotating students who lead this. My name is Mark. I'm a member and a student at Dawn Mountain since 2009 now. So and so I'll lead us through today through our calming and settling practice. This is a practice that was given to us from our guiding teachers, from our guiding teacher, Adzin Rinpoche, who our founding teachers, Ann and Harvey, asked for something that we could do together for if we're joining for the 1000th time or for the first time, something that we can do that is easy to access and to the point and profound too, something that can be helpful if you're here in a traditional Buddhist sense, or if you're here to explore, grow, heal, for whatever brings you here. So I think that it looks like we've got some people who are here online, so welcome all. So we'll spend this next about an hour together, going between settling in and being present with our breath, settling into our bodies and our breath, and then also settling into creating, sounding, hearing, feeling sound that we chant together. And at that point, please feel free to chant along with us. You can unmute if you want. We'll use these two to go back and forth to experience ourselves, be in the present moment, and when we're not, also bring our mindfulness, our compassion, our acceptance to that, and to help that unravel. I'll say too that at the end we'll have a space where we say the names of people or beings that we think need some attention, some help. We want to send the energy, the benefit of our time today to them directly. Of course, we hope that this goes in effect and helps ourselves and really the whole world in some way, which it does. Everything is connected in some interesting way. So I think that we'll start to move towards the practice. First of all, we're going to be here for a bit, so we want to be comfortable and support ourselves. So that involves taking care of our bodies for the next hour. We want to find a way to sit and a place to sit that we can be relatively comfortable and sustainable. We want to have some energy so that we bring ourselves actively to our practice. So we want to not be too scrunched up or too folded on one side. We want to be relatively symmetric in our body. We want to be able to feel support from the earth below us and up into our internal structure, into our bones. We don't need to, have a literally a straight back, but we want to have kind of a natural curve, a natural support in our back so that our muscles aren't getting worn out over the next hour. We'll settle into first just into the room. So if you want to take a moment, we're in our own space, and part of the idea is we want to be open and accepting and curious about what's going on, and just take a moment to you can still be hearing me and being on Zoom, but just be aware of the space you're in. Doesn't need to be about it, just curious about your environment, how you might see it or hear it. We recognize that something brought us here today, maybe some habit or some hope or intention. We'll sing together the some traditional aspirations, the four aspirations in the Shantideva verse. We'll start there. May all beings always have happiness and its causes. May all beings always be free of pain and its causes. May all beings always be pain-free and live happily. May no beings ever cling to those near nor spurn those far. For as long as space abides, as long as the world remains, just so long may I be there, resolving all beings' pain. Take the next few moments to feel into if there's something more personal that brings you here, something that in this moment or in general you'd like to be in touch with this practice. Before we go further into the real practice, I'll just say a few words. You can feel free to stay kind of in a meditation or just relax too before we jump in. And part of wisdom, the word wisdom usually doesn't just mean knowledge, it usually means some sort of wholeness where there's not two things needing to be in opposition, like our thoughts, our feelings, or one part of ourself versus another. Usually there's space in wisdom where we can be both aware of our bodies, aware of some emotion or two emotions, different sides, different values, and they can all be there together. Usually when we're more trapped, it's like one part is pitted against another and one part can't speak up, can't be there. We'll be spending some time today really leaving space for our, it's our somatic or our, our in the moment experience. We're not trying to get rid of thoughts. But when they come, they're there. We don't need to indulge in them. Thoughts, thoughts are part of our experience. We're going to be with them today more as a process than to evaluate their content. Usually, a thought is 100% true to us when it's there. Well, that's okay. And if a thought comes, we'll notice it as a thought and let it go. And you might find too that if you're feeling in touch with wisdom, there's a lot of different ways to be in touch. It can be deep in our body, kind of out in the brightness of our experience and the ease and the flow and the simplicity, the moment, things being really there in the moment. There's a lot of different flavors of wisdom. You might find yourself even wanting it or running after it. That's okay too. If that happens, just be aware of that and be with. If you're in wisdom, if you have some depth of wisdom, that's wonderful. And if it's not there and you find yourself wanting it or fighting for it, that's something to be with too. Okay, that's just my thoughts for today. So we'll jump in now. We've already settled. We've already set brought our attention to our room, to our values or our motivation. We've settled in listening a little bit to my words. So now we'll go into our experience even further. Feeling feeling our sensations and our breath. Could be anywhere. If you feel settled enough, it can be down in the do, the dantian, kind of the chakra below your few finger widths below your belly button, few finger widths in. If not, just being with your breath. And when you're not, when you're with your thoughts, noticing that, being curious, accepting, letting that go too. So there might be a settling, a clarity, or a openness, whatever comes your way. I'll settle now and be quiet for the next 5 or 10 minutes before we move to chanting, to give you all space to settle in, and when you're distracted, to be compassionate with that too. we'll transition, still meditating, still there in the moment. Now we'll be more active, sounding, hearing, and feeling home at our own pace. We'll go for a few minutes. Om, Now we'll move back, settling in with our breath. You might feel the last part lingering, even though the sound has been gone. It still lingers in our body. You can watch those waves come and go. Maybe the mind's waves too. If there's distraction, we bring our acceptance, open compassion. If they're settling, we settle. If we find ourselves opening or lightening, we watch that too. We find ourselves getting really stuck thinking about or following after, and again, we just bring our open acceptance to that too, all coming and going. Again, I'll be quiet for about 5-10 minutes. Again, move into sounding home, home, flowing at our own pace, listening, hearing, feeling. Om, 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 Again, sound is already gone, but it lingers. The sensations in our body. We can settle with those, and when we're ready, settle back into our breath. Again, I'll be quiet for the next about 10 minutes. and again. We'll move now to chanting home, home at our own pace. Om, Om. Om, Om. Relax our effort a little bit. Let go of trying to stay with the breath. Check in, bring our awareness to our body or our mind, or both. To be curious about how this last 40, 50 minutes has affected us if it has. take a minute just to feel around. Just be curious. Then we can now let go of that too. Can if you need to wiggle or some sort of way to come back to your regular self. We'll seal our time together with saying the blessing prayer. Let me see if I've got a digital email to offer. I do. Okay, 1 second. And if there's, I'm going to read the few names that we have here in the chat uh, after that. But we think of ourselves, all beings. So okay. With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. We think today of all beings, including Patricia Sheets in the Bardo, Jamie and Anna, Patricia, Mike Haas in the Bardo, and I'll add K for healing. And we can say, we'll do our 3 ahs also to share a little more experientially too. We'll have our ah first to share and resonate through our whole bodies, whatever practice or lightness or openness we have. And we'll share that ah after that, after a pause with each other, sending and sharing across time and across Zoom. And then we'll have a third ah shared out through the whole world, through the whole, everything that there is and beyond. You can unmute and share that too if you want. And we'll begin. Let's do the end of our meditation time together. This is also the time where I like to say, first of all, thank you all for being here, and I hope that you'll have a wonderful rest of your day. or night or morning. I think that we usually also, this is the time where while people are nice and fresh, bring up announcements for upcoming events. And I'm not sure if Gary, if you know those. I know that not that not this week, but the following week will be our next Teaching Tuesday, or Dharma Explorations, as we're calling it now, with Renee. Renee with teaching. I think she's teaching again. Actually, and then the week after that is our week-long retreat. For those who are part of the Dzogchen cycles, we're going to be starting a new practice, which is quite beautiful, from the Lotus Heart Essence of Avalokiteshvara's practice. I'm sure there's other announcements too.
Next Sunday is the first Sunday. There will be a teaching at 10:30.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Charlie. You're right.
Today is at 11 my time. That means I think 1 your time is a Yeshe Sokyo.
Really? Okay. I forgot about that. Okay, great. Thank you. Good.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay, guys.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, guys. Thanks, Gary.
Thanks.
Thanks, Gary. Good to see everybody.
Yeah.